Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. We got another one for you. Another list of some names I will be looking at coming up next week. Just another watch list. Playboy true to the strap. And we're going to jump straight into everything without any holdups. My first ticker I will be watching. My first ticker I'll be watching is Pfizer. Pfizer. So keeping these setups real simple. If you've been watching my videos, you know what I look for. I look for like a lot of consolidation, a lot of bullish pennants, and Pfizer has one. So we are already sitting in some 2028, but I am looking to add some shorter time frame contracts to this ticker because I believe there's some more upside to go and more opportunity to make some more upside to go as well. So just to give you a quick rundown on what this looked like, starting with the month, we have a 2-2 rev. Currently still inside month. We had a possible 2-2 rev above 2648. So above 2648, we could rev that month. And that's one of our targets as well, 2648. Weekly time frame have a beautiful 3-2 to the upside. Beautiful 3-2 to the upside, and that will re-trigger this quarterly 2611 as well. Drop it down to the daily time frame. We're just looking for that continuation. I want to first target 2648, get above the PYC. Once we get above that PYC, I want us to target 2736. That's going to be quite a climb for PFE. Might take 2 weeks. You know, even though these setups can happen in a week, but I'm gonna give myself at least 3 weeks for that to happen. PFE could be a slow mover if we don't get that nice pump to the upside, but eventually I want to hit this 2736. Take out these highs that we've been up, take out these highs that's been here for quite some time, and see what happens from there. So we already started to break out. We did a 2-1-2 today. Again, looking for that 2 up, crack 2648, see what happens from there. I like 19 December 26 or 26.5 C's. More time the better. The January 26 C's is the way to go as well. So again, goes above 2611. Push to the upside. Not bad. The next ticker I'm going to talk about is ANET. ANET. As you know, my saying goes, consolidation creates opportunity, and this is perfect. We got this double inside, hanging at the bottom of this demand area, an area where price seems to be holding. So we got this whole range here. It's been holding a PWL, 118.20, and you see price like to pop from that range. So now we are back in this range, currently accumulating. I want to see if we get that double inside break to the upside on the week. Check out the month. Maybe still inside the month. Another special going on there. I love the 4-day as well. Triple inside 4-day. We got those tight closures on the body of the candle, which displays a lot of squeezing happening in that range. That's something I would love to see. 3 days also triple inside. Just more accumulation on a 2-day. So loving this setup. I'm loving this basin. I love the area where it's basing at. This is low-key a pennant as well. Just now noticing that. It's low-key a pennant as well. So a lot of accumulation there. We want to see what happens. Looking for that breakout. Light calls above the 212 on the daily. So it's calls above that. So this calls above 129.66. The 129.66, we're going to break above the PWH, 131.41. Then we're going to target 135.37, 138.98, 141.99. We want to get past that PQC and eventually get up to 148. Will this happen next week? Probably not, but I think this could happen in the next 2 weeks. got a nice gap to fill there. So we get above 48 bucks. We can target that gap fill, which is at 150.99. I do like 19 December 135 C's for this. Again, you can always go an extended month out to the Jans, but I like the 19 December 135 C's. All we have to do is hit 135.37. That can happen in a day or two, honestly, and that will put our 135 C's in the money. And then from there, it could just go crazy percentage-wise. So, loving ANET, loving the Arista Award, setting ANET as well. And all we need is just a pop. Next ticker I really like is TWLO. Twilio. This is another one I've been having my eyes on for quite some time. We got double inside month, possible 2-on-2 continuation to the upside above 138.07. Have quite a ways to get there. This is also a big, huge pennant accumulating on this monthly as well. And above that, PMH will break out of the pennant. So what we're going to focus on is what's going on inside this pennant. And right now, we have that long, nice push to the upside. Finally got that pullback, and now it's trying to TTO back to the upside of the range. That's something we like to look for with price action. 4-day, lots of accumulation. 3-day, lots of accumulation. Love it. Some more, and then finally on this daily we got a nice 2-2 rev. So that being said, I like calls. Above 128.64. Calls above 128.64. I then want to target. I do want to target 130.26, 132.21. They want to get up to 135.40, which would be the PQH, and eventually get back up. And then after we get above the PQH, we break out that pennant and then eventually hit that PMH. So quite some ways to get to the upside. My main target is really the PQH. After that, we can see what happens. I like the 19 December 135 C's for this. And once we hit that 134 again, we'll be well in the money. Another one that has a nice risk to reward. I believe that 132.21 will have a lot of turbulence because this is the range where price actually loved to sell off. So I think there'll be quite some turbulence once we hit that 132.21 range. So just keep that in mind. I'm trading this one. So I'm watching for this range. Again, we get above that, we can see some nice move to the upside. Next ticker I really like is Sound. So just to break this down, Sound is in its demand area or buy-in range. Something I want to highlight. So we in this buy-in range that I really like. Look at this price point, or in between these price points, you see that price like to get bought up. And now we got a nice 1-3 possible 2 to the upside. 4-day is displaying a nice 3-2 to the upside as well. Not much on 3-day. 2 days also have a 3-2 to the upside, and the daily have a 2-1-2 to the upside. So stack triggers on this. Again, stack triggers along with coming out of the demand zone. This is a nice cheap play for small ports as well. So loving the way this one is setting up. Just keeping it real simple. I like calls above 128.98. Then we want to target 138.87, 149.98, 15.68. Didn't even get up to the PQC, which is 16.08. So it's something I'm looking for. And that will also flip this quarter green as well. So very nice. Still inside month. We will remain inside month. Got a long ways to go to flip that month at 17.85. So I get a nice 132 in a week. And 212 up on a daily. I like contracts 19 December 14 C's. If you desire more time, get the 16 January 15 C's. Next ticker I really like is Affirm. Keeping that theme of, consolidation. Not much happening on the monthly, on the daily. I'm still inside month. I'm at the week, still inside week. But if you look at the daily, we got a nice triple inside. I was bearish on this, going below 66.66. However, we keep hammering off that range. Now, I would say if we do fail this range, I like puts below 66.66. And then we want to target the previous week low at 64.28. And then target the PQL, PYC, PML. If we continue to hammer and push to the upside, then I like calls above 68.61. After that, we want to target 29.36. And then we want to target the PWH 71.24. Expect some turbulence in this range. If you can get through the turbulence in this range in a timely fashion, I expect to hit PQC, and PWH will also cause some turbulence in that range as well. Tough area to get through. So that's my plan for Affirm. I like both ways on this one. We're gonna see what happens as we open up, but just keep that PDL, or this will now become the previous week low for next week. So keep that in mind. Puts below 66.66, but we can keep pushing to the upside. I'm also excited for I like for the call side, I like the 19 December's 72.5 C's. 72.5 C's. And for the Affirm, like the 19 December, 65 P's. 65 P's. Last but not least, HPE, Hewlett Packard Enterprise. So with this one, oops, just knocked off my indicators. But anyway, with this one, I like how it's setting up. Full time frame continuity to the upside, been holding a 21 range pretty nicely. So I like what's going on there. I like what's going on there, and I want to see if this can push up some more. We have a nice 3-2 situation above 23.56. Very simple setup. And then on a daily, we got a nice 3-2 on a daily as well. This gap down, and they brought it right back to the upside. So I'm gonna see if we continue that momentum going into next week. This could pop off probably on Monday. Real nice, cheap setup. We want to target that PYH 24.24. Then we want to target the PQC 24.56, and then the PMH 24.78. So we got some major levels to take out. I believe after we hit that 24.24, we will see some turbulence between 24.24 and 24.78. After that, if we can push through those levels, we get up to that PQH pretty easy. And we also will flip this quarter green at 24.38. So that's something I'm really actually looking forward to. The 4 went outside, the 3 went outside, the 2-day went outside. So I just want to continue that momentum and that push to the upside, take out these major levels, and eventually hit that PQH. With that being said, I like the 19 December 24 Cs, and that will wrap up my weekly watch list. Hope y'all have a blessed weekend. Take this time to back test, look over your journal. You know, we got a new year coming in soon. We're gonna close out this December pretty strong. So still got some time in December. We still got some time in 2025, but let's make sure we bring in good habits into 2026. All right, y'all. Peace out, and I'll see y'all next time.